Hello and welcome to Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm Sam,
And I'm Jim.
and welcome to our Jujutsu Kaisen discussion podcast. We're going episode by episode, watching it.
Our hate watch of Jujutsu Kaisen that turned into an enjoy watch.
Yeah, it's much better. We've got the whole action episode we got through, so it won't probably be nearly as long.
I do have some pretty big criticisms that people are going to be mad at me about, but
The only criticism I have is just something that's been like plaguing this entire show when it comes to like the action stuff, but we'll get there. We're on episode 7,
7.
Assault.
correct. So last we saw, there was a little scene where Gojo was being driven to a meeting with the board or whatever of the school.
The chairman, yeah.
And he was like, stop the car because I know there's a monster nearby. And then the Cyclops monster... Krakatoa.
His name is Jogo.
Jogo.
Against Gojo.
Gojo versus Jogo. I feel like that was a joke. Like I feel like the writer made a joke about this.
Probably.
He attacks and they have a fight. So he's like volcano themed, lava themed.
A one-sided fight.
It's barely a fight.
He gets hits it, but not really because Infinity.
So okay, before we talk about that, I think kind of what the show is kind of ramping us towards is like saying that Gojo is like
Literally.
Wait, Gojo is the teacher, right?
Yes.
And then it's Gojo.
Jogo.
Jogo is the bad guy. Okay.
Jogo.
This is gonna be hard.
And then Gogo.
So Jogo.
It's like if everybody was named Jojo. They have
Gojo.
different JoJo style name and like every.
All right, so Kakashi
Yes.
is being built up to being so incredibly powerful.
That the bad guys are literally trying to find a way to seal him up or stop or incapacitate him so they can like do their evil plan, whatever that is.
When I think in the last episode they referred to Gojo as the most powerful jujitsu user.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, I don't believe them. After seeing this episode, I don't know how anybody would beat him. Like they would need to use some bullshit like
How do you beat
thing.
Infinity? Negatives.
Oh,
Negativity.
Negativity. You have to be really mean
Infinite
to them.
negativity.
But no, so it seems like they've got this like Rubik's Cube thing that it's probably they're gonna try and
The thing from
capture him.
Hellraiser.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen them, so I
It's
don't know.
literally
what
like
it's
the gimmick. It's just like there's like a puzzle cube that's literally just summons all the fucking hell, big Pinhead and all those.
called. Yeah.
Right,
Who you calling Pinhead?
Well, speaking of SpongeBob, I was about the Krakatoa getting his ass kicked.
I actually I liked how we get some explanations about domains here. You can like summon your domain.
It's a Yu-Gi-Oh field spell where you get a buff. It's like but just like in Yu-Gi-Oh, if you summon your own field spell, in Yu-Gi-Oh, you used to be able to cancel out the other one.
So what I like, and then so we have this funny scene where Gojo, our sensei.
Well, he kicks his ass, and he knows he's going to use the domain thing. So he literally, while he kicked him across like the map, he goes back to
The school. He said he uses the word warp, so he warps to the school. He gets Yuji,
yes,
our protagonist kun.
Yeah, while he's watching Lord of the fucking Rings, so Sam and
Literally.
Frodo legit on this. I guess because is that public? Is Lord of the movies or not?
No,
but, like,
they're not public domain.
No.
I wonder. I'm assuming they just like were vague enough that they didn't need to credit.
They said Sam.
He literally said Sam, which is your name.
It is
So
one of,
did you feel special having your
no,
name?
because everybody. Because one of the two things is if I'm not Sam, I am. I
Samwise
am
Gamgee.
literally like stop. One of my coworkers called me Samwise,
That's great. I mean, that is such a funny thing. That,
which
like,
which I do like. I don't mind being called that.
I mean, Sam is like the best character in.
He
The Lord of
is.
the Rings,
He's the
so
best boy.
He's so fucking good. But it literally was like.
He's a true hero. Fuck Frodo. Frodo's an asshole.
Yeah, Frodo is a bit of an asshole. Frodo's just going through some stuff.
Share the load.
Share the load.
It was like I'm pretty sure it was like the scene like him like on the boat with them. It was like the scene he
Yes.
was watching.
He was like Sam, and we literally was it
Sam.
Frodo or Sam that we saw? It was literally like,
It was both. We saw both.
Did we
of
see
them.
both?
We
'Cause-
see both of them.
and it was literally them. And like, I also to me this scene hit a little harder because like those movies are very important to me, and like I get very emotional when I watch them.
And when we saw like the Tom Cruise like bomb the people, the art style changes for the movie, and I do like that.
I really that, and also another thing too when we're getting like the Gyojo explaining the domain stuff, we got this fun little like the aspect ratio changed, so it was like an old ass like 4:3 anime, and they had like these cute little like classic fantasy anime designs. I really liked it. It felt like a JRPG,
Yeah.
sort of. I really love that little.
And we also learned that he's controlling his nen or his curse
Curse
power.
energy.
It's Jujutsu.
Basically,
Power.
yeah, he's able to control his emotions. Even for me, watching that movie, controlling my emotions, very difficult. But yeah, he's able to do it. And even another thing too, when Gyojo surprised him, he said he still kept it together, and he didn't like.
Even being spooked.
Yeah, he didn't have the thing punch him. He didn't let any. He didn't let his energy leak out too
So
much.
basically, the funny thing is that he just shows up with him, but then has to cut away to
Yeah, to the
to
Lord
the-
of the Rings scene.
yeah. So he did it so fucking fast. So yeah, then he basically like, okay, I'm gonna basically show you the basics of domain, which he basically brings him to a volcano realm.
Yeah.
Which we did see a little bit of in the womb arc of like, okay, that was incomplete. You would have died
Yeah.
if it went through.
So another thing he says is like, inside the domain, curse like your curse techniques are there as well.
You get a buff.
Yeah, you get a buff, but also yeah, your curse techniques are there, and they auto hit.
They guarantee to hit. So that's why like when he got thrown at him, he literally broke it because it did hit him. He just broke it.
Yeah, I thought that was like
Or we reverse it with infinity or something like that. Because man,
not since when you maybe watch Kamega Kill, and they introduced the rule that whenever two god weapons fight, one must die.
the curse, yeah, the
Yeah,
curse.
I have not thought about something a very peculiar rule
I can't
to
believe
be introduced.
I never thought you would bring back a Kamega Kill.
That's the only thing I ever think about with that show is because like that is such a peculiar rule. They would like a hard rule that they would announce.
That ice cream truck coming
Yeah.
into the mic.
I don't think so.
It
might
is.
be.
It's Mr. Softy, Jim. We're getting ice cream. Hold on, pause the podcast.
But so
we can't with Mr. Softy going on in the background.
hold on, let me shut the window.
If anybody is wondering, Mr. Softy is a New Jersey-based ice cream truck that comes by around here, and it's god tier.
I actually don't think we get Mr. Softy, at least in my development. All right, I'm not gonna dox myself by have people be following Mr. Softy trucks around. Maybe it's Mr. Softy, whatever. So Gyojo does a thing. Okay.
So he basically
Auto
does
hit. We were talking about auto hit.
Yeah, he basically does. Yeah, you learn about the auto hit. It says you can also try to escape, which is almost impossible. And then he said, okay, but you can also bring your own domain in here to like basically fuse it together or like overpower theirs instead. It can go like one of two ways, but
He said the stronger domain wins.
yeah.
So
it's a little like key. It's like a beam struggle without like, but more of like a field spell like battle.
So so first when this happened, I thought we were gonna get like both domains were gonna kind of merge together. So it was gonna be like
Not with Gojo's power.
no,
at least.
Gyojo just completely overshadows
So he
him.
takes his mask, his blindfold off, and it literally just
He has these beautiful blue eyes, beautiful blue.
His spiky
sky
hair
blue eyes.
falls down because that's how headband just keeps your hair spiked up like that,
That's
not
true.
just like you know.
not product.
Yeah,
It's true.
and yeah. So he essentially just fucking infinity wins.
So okay, I know I did it last episode, and I think the episode before, but all I could think of
Oh my
was
God.
Chainsaw Man and how it does this way more fun and just betterer. Like, I don't want to spoil Chainsaw Man here, but there is also there's a connection to October 31st that is brought later, which is
We're
like,
just gonna like
that was random.
I don't know, man. I thought we were gonna be talking about infinity anymore, but with JoJo, I guess we're getting back into fucking infinity. With
I do want to say, if you, dear listener, are a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen and have not read Chainsaw Man, please read Chainsaw Man. It is so fucking good. It's way better than Jujutsu Kaisen. Not that they're the same thing, but there's a lot of funny similarities.
They'll get to it when the anime starts up, whenever it does this year.
They will. Anime only's normies. But okay, so the thing, I won't go into Chainsaw Man spoilers, but the thing here that I was a little like unimpressed / confused by was, so by being in the infinity dimension, our enemy Jogo, the Volcano Man, he couldn't do anything. He was like, do you remember how they describe it?
He was like, he was just feeling everything.
Yeah, basically, I think he says like, Gojo says like, when confronted with infinity and you feel everything and you experience everything, you are able to do nothing. It's like it paralyzes you.
Yeah, it like
basically.
overtakes your mind of like being able to actually comprehend or literally everything. It's literally like the galaxy like brain to happen, and you just can't like. It's too much for you to handle.
Visually, I thought this looked really sick. I liked how it looked like a big black hole or something that was like the universe.
It feeds him all the information in the universe at once, as a description of what it says for the wiki.
So this is what I didn't like. So once he exits the domain,
Well, the coolest thing happens when he fucking rips his head off, and
Yes.
it's fucking awesome looking.
that did look incredible. Yeah, Gyojo just very easily was able to completely destroy this man.
Yes.
And then so the thing that I didn't like was once they were back in the real world, he was fine. Like the guy's brain was normal. Like he could still talk. Like if he was confronted with infinity,
because he didn't exercise him.
no, but like
Mentally.
mentally he should have been broken.
I mean,
he shouldn't. If
he could still technically be paralyzed, but he's just a head, so he can't move anyway.
no, but it was supposed to be like all your functions are paralyzed.
Because I feel like he let it off of him, or I think it only works in the domain, maybe. Because like once it wears off, he wanted to interrogate him. Cause,
Yeah,
like,
and he could talk.
Because he said the only reason I'm letting you live is so I can like find out who put you up to it.
But okay, minor spoilers for Chainsaw Man.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God,
do it.
You gotta stop going into Chainsaw Man.
I'm gonna do it for 1 minute. So exactly
I'm
1
sorry.
minute. So when Chainsaw Man spoilers, when the Infinity Devil uses the Halloween power against the enemy, her whole entire mind is completely wrecked because all of the information in the universe has been put into her mind.
Mm-hmm.
The same exact thing happens here. He just is fine afterwards. To me, that's stupid.
Because this was going more shonen-y, and that what
Chainsaw Man is literally shonen. It's literally Shonen
but
Jump.
it's like not traditional shonen. Like this is like
What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
this is peak shonen, Jim. You just don't understand what you're fucking.
They're technically all shonen.
Chainsaw
Chainsaw Man is just way more interesting in this regard.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out the next time we see him that actually did affect him, and not the gag thing of him being a soccer ball.
He seemed fucking fine. He just seemed upset about not having a body anymore.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
All right, no more Chainsaw Man spoilers. If you pieced out for the last minute, thank you. You didn't get Chainsaw Man spoilers.
The cool thing is that bad guy team, they send the one-arm backwards speaker
to save him.
It's weird seeing subtitles backwards.
It is. It's really funny because Sam and I are like obviously like in the same room watching it together. So I was like reading them out loud so that I would make sure that I could see them, and then Sam was like finishing it for me because I couldn't read it quick enough.
Yeah, and then they send the one arm backward person, but he has a cool because he has like plant powers, but he has a cool thing of just like it kind of releases like a pheromone kind of thing to kind of like calm you down or not want to fight or anything.
It made them like totally docile, and it's funny because like in the past we've seen these characters get like really chill and like cutesy because that's like their personality, like. Ichigo does that, and Gyojo does that. But in this scene, they were like, "No, wait, something is affecting us."
They're gonna have to get the girl be hot-headed and beat him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna like overpower the pheromones.
Yeah, something like that. So, I don't know. Maybe the panda beats him up. Who knows?
But then, that's really it, right?
He escapes with the head, goes back to because the guy was like the marking on his head. Goes through a door like Monster Inc. to a tropical island.
Yep.
or Dorohedoro, because he also has doors, medical doors. But I thought, oh, he's gonna be one of the council members or something. And who knows? Could still be a case.
He does say. I thought that was pretty apt. That was a pretty good prediction because he does say that he can't let anyone at the school see his face. So if we see him show up at the end of next episode on school ground, I wouldn't be so surprised
because he was against. I don't know. They want to test him, but like I guess he wouldn't be against like letting him live with the curse in him, but like or maybe he was just playing along. But I don't know.
Sukuna or Ichigo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we cut to the new bad guy, I guess, or the leader of the bad guys, who's like Dr. Stein from Soul Eater, or just like sewn up.
Once again, like
what's his name? Did he say his name?
They did in like the little funny ending scene where they played soccer. It was like Melka or something. It began with an M. Melchior.
Mojito.
I knew it began with an M.
Mojito.
Mojito, yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious because they're like tropical.
And their plan to steal Gojo is going to occur on Halloween, which we don't.
Halloween.
Did we have a date right now that it is?
We know that the weather's getting warmer, so
Yeah.
we know that
This is gonna
summer's
be
probably beginning.
this plan's gonna be a long way away then, because it's getting like into the warm weather in the
Well,
spring.
yeah, Sam, we need to have a tournament arc first.
Also, he finally explained to him what the tournament arc was coming up. By the way, because he did not explain to him.
That was pretty funny.
Also, did like the part where Gojo explaining his power of infinity with his hand and
Oh,
everything.
yeah, we didn't really talk about that. So, like, you just cannot get near Gojo.
He has like an infinite like force field that auto work. Like this, you just can't. Nothing hurts him.
It reminded me of the green baby from JoJo Part 6.
Yeah.
Where, like, the closer you get to it, like, well, not you shrink down so tiny you can never touch it, but the same idea of, like, this is the thing that's so powerful that you can't even physically get near it because you were just like, you physically can't. So yeah, this is my question is, like, how do you beat Gojo? And, like, we will see that happen. My prediction is he will get taken, and then our main characters will need to retrieval arc him.
Sealed or something, or
Yeah.
they say seal, so I'm thinking they just want to deactivate his power. This I guess kind of going the train of like, okay, here's like All Might. We need to find a way to nerf him. For these All Might was already nerfed. Like he could only briefly go into it, but like we'll see how they do with Gojo, because there's no way his power is gonna be gone completely though. He'll pop because he's too much of a fan favorite now that I don't feel like they do anything risky with him of like actually like, killing him off or anything.
Mm-hmm. That is a really like. I really like that idea of Gojo. We brought him up to be so powerful. We need to get rid of him in some way. Like, getting rid of him will cause the other characters to need to act in like a certain super heroic. We gotta save our friend, Sasuke retrieval arc, Bakugo retrieval arc sort of thing.
Yeah.
But to me it's interesting because you're doing it with the overpowered mentor figure.
Yeah.
Instead of like the Nakama sort of best friend character.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. I'm curious. I do actually want to watch more. So.
I do too. Isn't that bad?
It is bad.
I feel like if you told me a few episodes ago that I would want to watch more, I would not have believed you.
Yeah, I agree. I would not have believed anybody, especially after this first 3 videos.
I know, we were so mean. We were so angry at episode 1 and 3. 2 was like half okay, but...
Alright, anything else you want to discuss on this one? Because this is more of an action episode, so there's not too other than explaining Gojo's powers. Sort of.
No. I had my little Chainsaw Man rant again. Look forward to it next week, ladies and gentlemen, on Jujutsu Kaisen Wednesday. Jujutsu Kai Quest Wednesday.
Sure, that's what you want to call it.
That's what it's called.
I think so. Let's wrap it up then.
Wrap it up, Sammy. Wrap it up.
Don't call me that. Thank you very much for listening to this. Please like.
Every time it's like a struggle for you.
Sorry, that coffee's wearing off. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Don't stare at me like that, you son of a bitch.
Once we start upgrading to video podcast, Sam.
No, you can see how tired I look. How much I look like that. The nurse who's constantly tired in that. I actually look like that. Yes, you lost my place in these plugs. Thank you very much. You can follow the podcast on Twitter or each of us separately. Join the Discord. And anything else you want to plug, or is that it?
Please follow me at King Protus on Twitter.com. Also,
yeah, who's the struggling one now?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. Yeah, follow us. Follow us on not Instagram. We don't have an Instagram. We never fucking will.
I would never. I barely have Twitter, so.
It wouldn't make any sense for us to have an Instagram. We trust us. We will not. Maybe one day I'll convince Sam to make a TikTok for the
never
podcast, but
never. No,
just think, Sam. You could do like dances themed to like JoJo and Jujutsu
I hate
Kaisen
dancing.
Music. Sam, think of all the Jujutsu Kaisen like TikToks you can make.
Thing is, as dancing is lame, man.
Dancing is lame.
Just like the ending of I was kidding.
I'll kill you. ED is great. All right, let's leave.
No.
All right.
Open the window.
5 more minutes.
Play the rest of the Mr. Softy theme that played earlier.
All right.
That you won't edit out.
Thank you. I'm definitely not editing that out. Why would I put any work editing?
We gotta get as much as you can out of this 20-minute video.
I'm gonna suck the marrow dry of Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's bone dry.
Part of me finds it really funny that we do episodes of a podcast that are as long as the episodes of the anime.
You can watch. This whole collection is like less, like has a shorter like view time than the Lord of the Rings movie they watched the show.
One thing that I want to do, and this is all over, I want to take all of our podcasts and put it into one like
You could.
several hour and call it the Jujutsu Kai Quest.
You could. You honestly, people do that for like Let's Plays,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't, you know.
And we're basically just like a Let's Play with mouths.
What? That makes no sense.
All right, tune in next Wednesday for Jujutsu Kai Quest episode 8. I didn't look at the title. Boredom.
Like I feel right now.
Bye.
Goodbye.